Hello. Okay, so I'm going to make this super quick and to the point, but I wanted to share with you what is going on. So I need you to understand that we're going to go over personality types and how that works with communication in the workplace. Okay, so we are going to do a personality profile for yourself, even if you've taken it before, and I want you to click the link. Okay. And that's going to take you to this page. And when you are finished, it's going to give you one of the 16 different personality types. So I'm sure at this point you're probably remembering which one of these you are. But I'm going to go over question number 1 with you just so that you understand how to answer these questions. All right. So number 1, you are almost never late for your appointments. You are going to answer the level of which you agree with this statement. Okay. So I am almost never late for my appointments. Do I heck yes, totally agree with that. 100%. Yeah, pretty much. I might be late like a couple times. All right. I don't know. I really don't know how to answer that. Kind of disagree with that. I might be on time sometimes, but I'm late. No, that's totally not me at all. I am like always late. 100% always late. Completely disagree with that statement. Okay? You're answering the level of which you agree with the statements. All right, so you are going to answer all 64 of these questions, the level of which you agree, and then you're going to click score. When you click score it, you will get a page that, not that page. You'll get a page that looks like this, and it says your type. And just so you know, my type is INFJ. You're sharing yours with me, so I'm going to share mine with yours, or share mine with you. Okay, so I'm an INFJ. That means I have a moderate preference to introversion over extroversion. I have a slight preference to intuition and feeling, and a moderate preference to judging over perceiving. So I want you to copy your type with your percentages, and I want you to go back to this and paste here, just like mine. Okay? All right. After you've done that, you are going to create a Google Slide presentation in which you address the following: general description of your personality, particularly as it relates to your daily personal life and the way you communicate, your work life and the way you communicate, your learning style with regard to school and general communication, potential careers that you might have, particularly those that are suitable for your personality, and those that are interesting to you, and anything else that you think is important. Now, there are 5 points here. I'm sorry, 4. I do not want 4 slides. Those are going to be very text heavy. I want you to decide, as a good designer should, how many you need to have. So let's figure out how we're going to do that. Okay, so we're going to look right here in the self-development tab on the left-hand side of your screen. Okay, we're going to start right here with INFJ type description. I'm going to click. Okay. A person who has a personality type of INFJ is distinguished by both their complexity of character, and the unusual range and depth of their talents. They are strongly humanitarian in outlook. They tend to be idealist, and because of their judging preference for closure and completion, they are generally doers as well as dreamers. This rare combination of vision and practicality also results in them taking a disproportionate amount of responsibility in the various causes to which so many of them seem to be drawn. Okay, now I just want to give you a fair warning. I've already read this before, so I've given this a great deal of thought. So I've been thinking, especially as I've had to go back to my assignment, general descriptions of my personality as it relates to my personal life, my work life, and the way that I communicate. So if I go back to this and I look at taking on a disproportionate amount of responsibility. So I take on too much. Great. Which means probably struggle with a big workload, which means I'm not able to say no to things that I should probably say no to so that I'm not buried under a lot of work. I have a disproportionate amount of responsibility in both my personal life and my work life, which means in both places, I have a lack of ability to say no. Okay. That lack of ability to say no is a communication problem, don't you think? Great. Okay. So let's go back to my assignment. General descriptions of my personality as it relates to my personal life and communication, and my daily life and my communication, my work life and my communication. I can write about this there, can't I? Yes, I can. Okay. I hope you're following me. I'm going a little fast here. That's just one example. I want you to read the rest of yours and how are you communicating? What are problems in your communication? When you scroll down to the bottom, not all the way, but you just go down. There's some comments, yeah. But you click next. It's right here. See my cursor? Career choices. You guys go figure. I need to be in a job that requires creativity. And, oh my God, teachers. Go figure. You can click to explore any of these careers. I would not click any of the colleges because the majority of these are for-profit colleges and many of them are not reputable. So I would not go to them to explore them. You can continue researching down here. And in fact, if you don't find a lot of the information that you're looking for, you can get some ideas like education, law, early childhood psychology, and then you can go to other websites to find more information. So you don't have to get all of your information just from this website. All right, so I'm going to go down here to learning style where it says next. Click, because the next part says learning style as it relates to school and general communication. These are how people with my personality type learn best. And these are how we don't learn. Then we're going to continue on to the next, which is communication skills. Read yours very carefully. Now, these are the ones that I would like for you to pay attention to. What helps successful communication for an INFJ? These are not things that I have to do to be successful at communication. These are things that other people, these are things that you have to do when you're trying to communicate with me. You have to be creative. You have to touch on the feelings when you're trying to communicate with me. When things that hinder successful communication, these are not things that I do that hinder communication. These are things that other people do.